What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Other Side of the Firewall, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
What is going on? And Levon is not here for this week, so we're going to keep it entertaining. It's an action-packed week, and I don't know. Like we'll keep it loose, keep it light.
Keep it loose and light. There you go.
Keep it loose and light. So definitely tune in. We have two topics this week. So Monday and Tuesday will be our topics. Wednesday will be our discussion. Friday will be everything else. So we'll talk about all the social medias that Shannon's not involved in, video games, TV shows, all that good stuff. But we are not studying. So tune in throughout the week. That one's usually the long episode. I don't really advertise it very well, so I'm advertising it now. So definitely tune in to every episode during the week. But without further ado, I give it to Shannon.
All right. So this article is actually from usatoday.com. All right. It's by Kevin Johnson, and it's Darknet drug operation that's 150 suspects, 32 million in cash, and 4 million lethal fentanyl doses. Right. So what this was law enforcement officials in the United States, they actually had a drug enforcement operation that they did with other countries actually out there that netted all those different things that were in the title there, right? So like 150 suspects, 32 million in cash, 4 million lethal fentanyl doses. And this is something that has been years in the making, actually, that they've been doing. Now, this investigation was a 10-month investigation, but I know when it comes to like the fentanyl, I don't know how you pronounce it. That's something that's been getting looked into for like the last, I'd say at least 15 years, seriously, on how to combat that. And now what they're doing is they're actually going towards the dark web to try to combat this, right? To try to get those people that hide in the nether regions of the World Wide Webs, right? Right. So they actually did this through an operation that they call HunTor, HUNTOR. And it was actions that were involved with other countries like Australia, Bulgaria, France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Switzerland, the UK, and the US. And again, this is something that's been brought up again by the United States government, but I know it doesn't just affect the United States government, but it's been brought up by this administration and the previous administration as something that needs to get addressed, right? And it has been, and again, so they're out here hunting on the dark web now, looking for people, which is where all that dirt gets done. And there was something in here. I don't want to say it was a challenge to ne'er-do-wellers, right? But Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco gave a Justice Department briefing, and she said that there is no dark internet, right? That was her quote. There is no dark internet. And I was like, ooh, you throwing it out there like that, you're gonna have some people that's gonna be like, oh, you think we do this for play, huh?
Right.
They're gonna turn around and start coming at us a little bit harder. But this was one of those things where fentanyl is part of that opioid crisis you hear about, right? And it's something that our government is taking very serious. And with all of the cooperation with these other countries, like this is something that's been years in the making. You know what I mean? But Ryan, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so I definitely agree with them. Like it's not a small operation. Like if you're out there trying to do whatever you're trying to do, as you can see, we talked about the app that they were trapping people in. Now with the dark web, they're shutting down sales and stopping the drug trade as well. So like she said, there really is no dark web, right? So people think like, oh, it's a secretive thing, I need a special browser. That's why Tor is in the name of the operation, because you do need I think I always pronounce it wrong. I think it's an anonymizer. There you go, something like that. Browser is how you traverse the unnamed internet. But if it's on the internet, everybody can see it, right? And now, as you can see, the Department of Justice is all over the place. So they what you do in the dark type situation will eventually be seen the light. So that is definitely a good warning for them. I don't know, man. Like there is a lot of stuff out there in the unnamed regions of the internet. And stay out of there. If you know what I mean? Like it's nothing good is out there. If you can't just search it like regular, then it's probably not for you. In this case, as you can see, there's a lot of drug trade. They're selling people. I mean, like you pretty much buy anything, buy organs out there. Um, but you don't know who you're trading with because they are also anonymous. So if you are a bad guy, you may be talking to a federal agent. And they may cut you loose this time because they're trying to, build a bigger operation. But eventually, you're going to get caught. And as we now see, the international community is definitely stepping their game up. So they're breaking ransomware gangs up. They're shutting their servers down. They're putting out fake apps so that way drug dealers and gun runners can talk openly about their crimes and then get rolled up. This is just an extension of that. It's only going to get worse for you. So I would hope that they would back down. They're probably not listening to this podcast, so there's no life lessons to be taught through this podcast for them. But if you're interested in joining one of these agencies to do forensics and whatnot, like this seems pretty interesting. Like I could see because again, cyber is so manned, for lack of a better term. Like there's so many open slots, and now we're scouring the dark web to stop drug dealers. So it goes beyond just ransomware gangs and cyber crimes. Now it's getting to racketeering and I don't know, what would you call what is the term for it when you're after cartels and things of that nature? I can't remember, but as you can see, it's going into more of those more traditional, I guess, crimes out there. So it's not just people who keyboard warriors, man. You have like people pushing weight out there getting rolled up by cyber means. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I had to, like, as I was reading this article, I had to look up like the stuff when it comes to fentanyl too, because like I hear it, but I don't really know what it is, and like it doesn't require much for somebody to overdose on it. You know what I mean? And what they're trying to stop here is people that are procuring it through illegal means anyway, right? Which is a
Right.
different issue altogether, right? Like that has something to do with drug prices and whatnot, and people having to go somewhere else because they can't afford it. But just know that they're out there looking, man. Government's out there looking for you. They're trying to find you, right? They're out there looking in the dark web.
Right. So with that being said, I obviously there's a job out there for you. I'm sure the Department of Justice, the FBI, the DEA is looking for smart individuals who are able to scour these areas, or at least know how they work, right? Because a lot of people don't know what the dark web is. Like she said, there really is no dark web, right? It's just the internet. It's just how you get to these places because they're unnamed. That makes the difference. So but with that being said, I'll go ahead and land this plane. So definitely continue to tune in, hit us up throughout the week. Tuesday we have another great article. I don't want to spoil it right now, so that way you tune in. And then Wednesday we have a great discussion. And then Friday, like I said, talk about everything else. So if you want to know what we do when we're not talking about cyber, you figure it out on Friday. So with that being said, hit up the website, www.theothersideofthefirewall.com, to get all the social medias. You can hit me up personally. I'm at Security Guy on Clubhouse, LinkedIn, Twitter, and TikTok. Stay safe, stay secure.